Hey guys, Justin here at Flyte Camp. Today we are doing the walkthrough of the Neutron. We decided to go ahead and do kind of a systems walkthrough on the whole thing for all of those Neutron owners out there as a referral. So instead of thumbing through a bunch of pages, you just get a video and you can kind of check everything out and it'll answer any questions that you might have or come across on the road. So we've got a freshly done Neutron here that's leaving tomorrow, actually. So it's a perfect opportunity for me to walk around the outside of it first and then take you on the inside and show you how the systems work there. So we're going to start right at the front. The Neutrons come with an automatic jack on them. It's all wired into your 12-volt system onto the 12-volt battery pack. So you don't have to have anything going on hooked to your car or anything else here in order for this jack to work. It's the same thing with all of your igniters and everything on the inside, just like a 12-volt self-containment system on any trailer. So as you can see, one touch for the light, up and down. Makes it very, very simple. Now, when you're hooking up your trailer to your truck, you want to make sure that you go up, above and beyond what would be flat all the way through the trailer frame and the car frame. Because the weight of the trailer, the tongue weight of the trailer is always going to bring that back end down a little bit unless you have assist bags in there. And even with assist bags or kind of a beefed up suspension with coilovers or something like that, you're still going to get a little bit of sag. So you want to go up just a little bit more and then bring it back down so that everything is level straight through the whole thing. Getting a trailer and a truck level all the way through from front to back is going to keep the trailer from swaying a lot. It's going to maneuver a lot better. You're not going to get tongue weight, pressing down on it. So keeping everything nice and straight is key to a good towing situation. So after you do that, you want to go ahead and on the Neutron here, what we've got is the type of coupler that you push forward and then back. And that right there is in release mode. Right now it'll drop onto the ball, which is a 2 5/16 ball with no problem. Keep dielectric grease up inside or on the ball itself and it'll slide right on, keep all the electrical working good, keep the rust away. And so after you press it forward and back, then you'll see it drop onto the ball and then just like that, it locks on, okay? Now, a pin would go through here to keep it from coming back up, jumping off the ball or anything else. A lot of people use weight distribution hitches or sway bar systems. It's a great idea depending on the weight of your vehicle versus the weight of the trailer. You definitely want to have your vehicle typically outweigh your trailer if possible. But in the 50s and 60s, even in the late 40s, sometimes they towed with real small vehicles and so they used weight distribution hitches and things like that. So there are keys to being able to do that and pull with a smaller vehicle. Tow chains here on the front and of course our 7-pin electrical hookup. This is charge line, brakes, and then all of your running lights, stop, tail, turn, everything in there as well. So let's head up to the propane system. Now our propane system is black piped on the belly pan, front to back. So it's underneath, nothing on the inside of the trailer by any means until you stub through the floor. Right when you stub through the floor, you're gonna always wanna put a certified flex hose, and you're always gonna wanna put your valve right there. So on and off so you can isolate every single appliance, whether it be hot water heater or furnace, or stove and oven or refrigerator. You always want to have a valve to isolate those systems so that if something were to happen, you can still run all the rest of the systems while you are fixing that one appliance. So at this point, let's say we just pulled up for camping, and I always tow personally with everything off. Some are comfortable towing with the propane running and keeping the refrigerator cold. That works very well. Nothing against that by any means. Personally, I usually tow with everything off, and so what I would do is if I pulled up, I would have leveled my trailer, which we'll talk about in just a minute. But my first thing that I do is go straight to my tanks. This is the source of your propane, and so my tanks are in the off position as of right now. So both tanks, dual stage regulator, twin tank situation, auto changeover supply. We'll go ahead and turn both of them on at this point, all the way up. Now you have propane supplied to the cabin itself. At this point, you can go into each appliance, if you've turned them off, at the on-off ball valve, and turn each one on. Make sure and check it. In transit, going down bumpy roads, depending on where you take your trailer, a lot of times things can get loose and stuff. So, you know, it's always better to be safe than sorry, in my opinion, and precaution is always a good thing. So when I turn my systems off and hook up and go, I usually turn everything off. So now at this point, I can go in and turn my on-off to the stove on, listen for any leaks, turn my on-off to my barbecue, which I'll show you in a minute. It's a really cool feature on this Neutron, and my refrigerator, furnace, and things like that. So at that point, you can kind of hear if anything's broken loose. Typically, you know, you're never going to have a problem like that. But being safe than sorry is always something to think about. So let's head over to the jack system. We'll show you what we do over here.